4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome to Power Players. You know, every week I bring you somebody in power. This cat right here, you know his name. If you don't know his name, you need to know his name. You probably know his voice.
Gary Vaynerchuck. Dude, how about superpower? I don't want to just be power.
I love superpower.
Can I be superpower?
Well, everybody's got superpowers, okay? I've been trying to get this guy together. I've been wanting to do something with you because I want to collaborate with straight, legit entrepreneurs. They're not all that. Not all the self-help guru guys. Would you agree?
Of course, a lot of people sell. You know, there's a lot. I've built 2 actual physical businesses on my theses, and there's a lot of ways to monetize. And by the way, I want to set the tone right from the get.
Yeah.
I don't begrudge how anybody wants to actually monetize. I just take a lot of pride in that my end game isn't just monetizing my personal brand. I like to.
Yeah.
I like getting paid $100,000 to speak because I like it, and that's more money than I made when I was 30. Like I love it.
Right.
But I do have a lot of pride in the fact that I actually build businesses, and the fact that my Twitter and YouTube and all my social media propaganda led to me selling lots of bottles of wine.
Yeah.
It led to me building a 600-person digital social agency on Madison Avenue that has Toyota and GE and Pepsi and Johnson & Johnson.
No, that's legit. That's
and
big.
Fox and Turner, like real companies.
Yeah.
So I like that.
So this is Power Players, okay? And this cat has gotten to power. I don't know if you know his story, but he came here from Bulgaria.
Belarus.
Belarus. I don't even know where Belarus is, okay?
worry.
Part of an exchange program where Soviet Jews were.
I don't even really know where Belarus is.
Right. But I want to ask you about your heritage and being
happy.
Jewish and the immigrant thing.
This time we're gonna have some sound going. We had some sound issues before. You are watching Carlisle's Picks, and we are talking about Gary V and Grant Cardone. So this is something that I've talked about previously in my videos. You know, we talk about this whole thing about the self-help gurus. You know, you got people like Tai Lopez. I got $47 in my Lamborghini account just a couple weeks ago, and now I have $47 million in my Lamborghini account. Anyway, so one of the key things, and this is my main mission here. I want to really, you got a lot of young people that are growing up, right? You don't have the experience. You don't know about people like Tai Lopez. I mean, a lot of you actually are smarter. People underestimate, you know, because you're young, you don't know. A lot of you guys are actually smarter than people realize, and you pick up on the nonsense. But there's still a lot of people. The fact that Tai Lopez is able to be as successful as he is says there's a lot of young people who don't have the experience, who don't understand a lot of what's going on, and they kind of fall for a lot of pandering and manipulation. So, but the key thing, listen to what Gary V says. He talks about the self-help gurus, and then he talks about how he actually built 2 successful businesses, right? He came up with a system that worked. He built successful businesses. Gary V was first known as a successful businessman, not a self-proclaimed successful businessman. He was known as a successful businessman. And then he launched or branched out into sort of selling his brand and helping other people to build their businesses. But here's the key thing. So Gary V is online all day long, not all day long, but he does a lot of social media. He's promoting all this stuff. He's doing all these videos on YouTube. And some people may not see the distinction between a character like Tai Lopez versus a businessman like Gary V. But here's the key thing. Yes, Gary V spends a lot of time on YouTube and social media pushing things and doing his videos, but you have to understand that Gary V not only has built a successful businesses, but one of the businesses that he runs right now is very much related and connected to what he's doing online. So he is pushing his brand, right? Gary V, well known. He's an authority figure on entrepreneurship and all that good stuff, right? Pushing that brand, which allows him to make much more money. He can get paid to do speaking engagements and things of that nature. And the bigger picture is that he can use his social media presence to sell his business. One of the services he offers, if I'm not mistaken, is social media, right? So people look at him and say, look how successful he is with social media, right? He's doing so well. His brand is very strong. We need that. Well, guess what? I believe he offers that service. So, you have a lot of young people that are looking to start their businesses, and they look at somebody like Gary Vee. He's got all these free videos, right? They'll watch his videos, and it'll help them to start their businesses and give them great ideas, and that's awesome. But then you have actual businesses with actual revenue that have marketing and advertising objectives, and you look at somebody like Gary Vee, like, this guy knows what's going on. And knowing that he offers that as a service, it can help him to get clients. So the more he's online talking about business and this and entrepreneur, he's getting more clients because his brand is getting bigger and people are finding him and they're going to his service. Now, what service is Tai Lopez getting from all the videos and stuff that he's doing? What business is he promoting with all these videos and things that he's doing, right? Again, the successful businessman gets online, does a lot of social media, and utilizes that to promote his business and to make even more money, right? Because advertising is very expensive, right? So by building a strong social media following, he's able to get essentially a lot of free advertising, which is awesome. He can just go and do a live stream like I'm doing right now. He can do an Instagram or Snapchat, whatever he has, and instantly promote his brand and therefore his business, right? Now, when you look at Tai Lopez, he's not pushing any successful business that he's done. Like, he's the authority figure. He's telling you how you can be successful, how you can make money, but yet he's spending all his time online. You don't see him mentioning his business. You don't see him mentioning what he's running and his, I'm an investor, right? He's not promoting that. All he does all day long is sell you on a program on how he's going to teach you how to make money. That's all it is. He's a self-proclaimed successful businessman. I've done this, I've done that, I know this guy. The other day I was talking to Warren Buffett and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, no evidence or proof of this. Now, some fans that may run into this video say, yeah, he has proof. He has proof now, right? Self-proclaimed successful businessman through his own mouth. Yeah, I've done this, blah, blah, blah. I talked to this person, whatever. Not really much evidence of such. Builds up a massive social media following, right? People buy into whatever he's saying, right? And by buying into what he's saying, he's able to sell a lot of people on his programs. Oh, I'm going to teach you how to make money. And that program brings him millions of dollars. So now he's actually a millionaire. He's actually successful, but he's successful at marketing his supposed ability to make you successful and teach you the tricks to being successful in business. So he has been successful in presenting that image and selling it to people, essentially, as opposed to being successful as a businessman who, like Gary Vee, he actually built multiple businesses, built and runs multiple businesses. You look into Gary Vee and you see what he did before he became this sort of social media superstar. Then you look at people like Tai Lopez and many others who follow the same formula. They are absolutely nobodies before they come on YouTube and they start advertising and saying, yeah, you stuck in a 9-to-5 job. I'm gonna free you from a 9-to-5 job. It's a scam. You sitting there and think about how much money you're making. If your employer can afford to pay you that much money, think about how many people work at your company. Multiply that by how many people work at a company, and then now if your employer can afford to pay all those people all that money, how much money do you think they're making? Right? So all you are is you're a cog in the wheel helping them to get rich. Meanwhile, you can barely pay your bills. Well, I'm going to teach you how you can separate from that. And not saying that there isn't truth to that. Right? But the point about it is that whole line is a very popular and powerful pandering and manipulation tactic. You have a lot of people that are struggling and they're looking for answers. And then you have someone like Tai Lopez that presents this image of like, yeah, I've done this and I've done investments and blah, 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 right? And you're like, man, this guy, he's an insider. He knows this stuff, right? All these people making all this money. He's the guy making all this money, right? So he says, right? So I want to hear what he has to say. He's probably going to teach me some stuff. But the reality is, if you look at Tai Lopez before a YouTube celebrity, all you find is fraud and like he what is it, the online dating scam websites that he was doing, and then he had what was the other thing he was doing, online dating websites. He got some nightclubs or whatever, but he's not known for that. No one knows Tai Lopez as a successful businessman, self-proclaimed successful businessman, but they don't know him as he's the guy who like he actually did a dating book. He did a dating book, right? The dating book has like 5 reviews from 2012, right? If he was qualified to really buy my program, then he would be known as, oh, that's the guy with the dating book series. I see that everywhere. You ever heard about it, right? What is his notoriety? What do people know? You know, when you think of Tai Lopez, all they're connecting that with is all this self-proclaimed stuff that he does on YouTube and social media. That's it. I've done this, I've done that. I know this person, whatever, right? So I just wanted to, I was just watching this video and I just wanted to share this concept with you. That if you are looking for advice on, being an entrepreneur and starting your business, I'm going to show you exactly where to look. So you want to look for things like, let's see, top 10 business in the US. Let's do it in the USA. So I just pulled up top 10 business people. Let's do 29 richest. We could do richest. 100 most influential business leaders. Let's do 20. Let's do 29 richest. 29 richest. How about that? So here are people that are known for their wealth, right? They're known not for what they said, like, oh, I've made this amount of money, whatever. They're known for their demonstration of their successes in business. Before they're known as any kind of social media, whatever. And these are people that spend their time promoting their, and you guys can't even see this. You can't even see this. These are people that spend their time is invested. Think about any businessman. Businesswoman, you're gonna spend a majority of your time focused on what's paying the bills and what's bringing you money. You're not gonna be on YouTube all day long, on social media all day long, trying to sell some kind of program, right? You're a salesman, right? Tai Lopez is a self-help salesman, right? Not a successful businessman. Now, that's kind of ironic because his self-help business is actually successful, but the thing about it is he doesn't have a track record before of doing that. So my recommendation to you, if you want to listen to someone tell you about being an entrepreneur and all this kind of stuff, you want to look at people like CEO Jeff Bezos. I don't even know this guy, but with a net worth of $56.6 billion, right? This is not him saying, oh, I know this person, I know that person, I've done investments. This is verifiable $56.6 billion of net worth. He's the one. I want to read books written about or by Jeff Bezos. I will listen to what he has to say, and I guarantee you he's not going to be on social media all day talking about I'm going to teach you how to make money, right? You have people like James Simmons, age 77, $14.3 billion, hedge funds. You have Lauren Powell Jobs, $14.4 billion. This is the widow of the co-founder Steve Jobs. Now, I don't know about what she's done. I'm sure a lot of the wealth comes from her former husband. So I would maybe want more look into Steve Jobs, but don't discount her. Maybe she's done a lot of things on her own. As you see, source of wealth right here, and you guys can't even see all of this. Let me just give me 1 second. I know you guys cannot see everything that I'm showing you. I need to make a quick adjustment here so you guys can see what I am talking about. I want you guys to see this. This is who you listen to, right? These are the types of people who have something to say that is worth your money or your attention, right? So let me put this below the chat, and I don't know if that was a good idea, but anyway, so here she is. All right, so there she is, and let me pull up the live stream status. Age 52, media, $14.4 billion. But again, source of the wealth, inheritance, but also Disney. I don't know what she did with Disney exactly. 5.5 million shares of Apple stock and a 7.3 stake in Walt Disney Company. Upon his death, Jobs' stake in Disney, which has husband's death. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if she got most of that from Steve Jobs. So again, I would look more at Steve Jobs. Charlie Ergen, right? And keep in mind, I don't even know a lot of these people, right? The point I'm getting across is I'm looking at people who are known for their wealth, people who are known as successful business people, not people who are known about selling their, oh, I've done this and I've done that, and yeah, I've done some investments, right? You don't see these people on social media all day. Charlie Ergen. You know what a successful businessman, people, I mean, again, Gary, a little bit different. His business is related to social media. He has a social media business, right? So him being on social media all day directly relates to one of his businesses. But a person like Charlie Ergen, who $14.5 billion, self-made, Dish Network, right? A person like him hires a social media marketing team, maybe Gary's team. For example, he will hire an advertising agency to promote his business. He is not himself online. Oh, I made all these billions of dollars, and yeah, I did this, and I got this kind of business, and blah, 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 and you should sign up for my program. He doesn't have time for that. He is worth $14.5 billion. That is what he has made from his business savvy. He has no interest in the little crumbs that Tai Lopez gets from his self-help, buy my program. Now, don't get me wrong. Tai Lopez makes millions of dollars doing that, I'm sure. But compared to the money that someone like this individual makes through his business savvy, what Tai Lopez is getting is peanuts. So this guy is not going to be wasting his time all day long talking about, buy my program. Right? Because he's busy running a successful business, right? So his marketing efforts are promoting his business and the way that he earns his income. Now, he's 62 years old, so if he decides to retire, and if he's of the sort of altruistic mindset, he may want to share some of his knowledge to the world. Maybe that's a personal thing that he wants to do, but really after he's out of the game. Typically, someone in the game is not going to spend a lot of time teaching you how to be successful. That's counterproductive, right? He's going to teach you so you can grow up and be his competitor or competition. I mean, giving a couple little advices here and there, but to really I'm going to show you the formula. This is my formula. If you've got a secret formula how to make a lot of money in a world that's extremely competitive, why in the hell are you going to sell it to people for pennies? $60 a month or whatever, Tyler. What is that? What is that worth, in terms of the risk of giving up your secrets? Right? It's one thing to help people, again, giving general advice, but to have a whole program, I'm going to teach you my system. This is what I did. I'm going to show it to you. It's a little bit counterintuitive. Again, a little bit different with Gary Vee because, again, he's in the business of social media. You have Ray Dalio. Right? $16.3 billion. That's what you listen to. Listen to $16.3 billion hedge fund industry. Self-made. Bridgewater Associates. He is known for his wealth and business savvy before he's known for what he tells people about himself. I did this and I did that and blah, blah, blah. Len Blavatnik. Len Blavatnik. I don't even pronounce that. $16.7 billion, 58 years old. Diversified investments. Self-made. Access Industries. Donald Bren. Notice we don't see Donald Trump on this list. But anyway, $17 billion, 83 years old. Real estate. Self-made. Irvine Company. Right? Who else? Paul Allen. Who's this guy? $18.3 billion. Diversified investments. Self-made. Microsoft. Right? Carl Icahn, $18.7 billion. Diversified investments, self-made icon enterprises. Michael Dell, $18.9 billion. That's who you listen to. Buy his books, read books that talk about him and how his journey. That's who you want to listen to. George Soros, $21.7 billion. Hedge funds. Find out how he got to where he got to. Buy his books. Buy books about him. Sheldon Eldenson, $23 billion, 82 years old, real estate, self-made, Las Vegas Sands. Phil Knight, $25.7 billion. Who else? Steve Ballmer, net worth $26.3 billion. Yet again, Microsoft. Microsoft has made a lot of wealth for some individuals. So you might want to learn a lot about Microsoft and how they started. Now, Microsoft has certainly done some things that a lot of people would say, bad, overly aggressive tactics and things like that. And I would certainly agree. But that's not to say there isn't information to be gained from the whole journey of how Microsoft started, and all these individuals are top players at Microsoft. Steve Ballmer, $26.3 billion. He made $26.3 billion not selling that, I know how to run business, but actually running business. Right? You want to look at people who made their wealth from running successful businesses, not from selling that they know about business. So the list goes on and on. You guys can Google this. Alice Walton, you got a few women on here. 66 years old. Wow. $33.2 billion. I'll put a link to this in the description. But the bottom line is, there's a huge separation between, I'm putting a link in the description of the video right now, huge separation between successful business people who their reputation as successful business people and their wealth precedes them, as opposed to people who are nobodies before they come on social media and say, I'm going to show you this and that and buy my program. No. It's not. I'm not saying anything. It's free. I'm going to give you all this free information. Free information. I'm not doing that just so I can get you to buy my stuff, which is how I'm really making my money, as opposed to what I'm telling you, right? If I'm making money through investments and all this kind of stuff, I'm going to spend most of my time and energy focused on that, because it's an extremely aggressive and competitive world that we live in. You cannot afford to be spending a lot of your time on something that is not funneling towards your key revenue generation vehicle, which, if you're a successful businessman, would be your successful business. Chris Carter says, Tai Lopez lost me when he said, read a book a day. Nobody alive can read a full book a day unless it got 20 pages. That's like novel status. I will leave you with this note. Just because of Tai Lopez playing this game doesn't mean that what he says is complete nonsense. Because someone like... I got to figure out where that music comes from. That's getting a little bit annoying. Remember, a lot of the information that he's giving out is going to be coming from actual successful business people, right? You see those individuals that I just referenced to you? A guy like Tai Lopez will actually do what I told you guys to do. He will buy their books and learn about them, and then he will tell you what they did. And he will, sort of speak as if he actually was successful using those techniques, when in reality he was not, which is the whole reason why he is online now trying to, sell you on his program or whatever, right? So it's not that the information he's giving is bad or invalid, because again, the information comes from actual successes, actual people, business people with good business savvy, right? The thing is, the best thing and the most valuable thing that Tai Lopez has for you guys is to learn how to be a social media superstar. So I wouldn't so much listen to his advice on what he's saying, right? Because a lot of it's just to sell his programs. I would watch what he does in terms of becoming a big social media superstar. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, a big part of that business is marketing, right? So if you can build up a big brand on social media, you can promote your business and make a lot of money. So Tai Lopez is very good at this. So if you can observe what he's doing and pick up on some of his strategies and techniques and use that to promote your business, promote your brand, then that is the ultimate value that he has. here's the key thing. That's completely free. That is completely free. Look at how he runs his social media. Look at what he's been doing with social media. Observe, take notes, right? Don't buy into his programs, and don't really listen to his advice on building successful businesses, right? He doesn't have a track record for that. But look at how he pushes his brand. That's what he's all about, ultimately. Anyway, this is Carlos Picks. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. This is just something I just really, I was listening to the video. I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this, so I'm gonna do a live stream real quick. I got so much stuff to do today, so I really shouldn't have even done this live stream, especially as long as it's been. But I wanted to share it with you guys. I think it's very important, especially a lot of you younger people who don't understand a lot of the nonsense that's being played right now. So I did the live stream. Fast and Fearless is an interesting topic. I am here gardening at the minute, but if I could be successful and become a social media star, I have someone do the work for me. And become a social media star, I have someone do the work for me. You mean like do the gardening for you? I think that's what he said. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and on till the next episode.
Hey, buddy. I think your mouse is broken. Click on this red button to test it out. That's what I'd do.
We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come, right back where